Hello and a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to race preview on this Saturday meeting here at Bangalore. A long day of 10 races featured for today's races, and we start with the first race, the Guindy Plate, and we start off with the first runner will be number 1 Phoenix Surprise and number 5 Akasi. These are the two runners we have a look at, but let's start off with number 1 Phoenix Surprise. Was at 2 outings, ran into the money, finishing on third on this occasion behind Free to Play on this outing, sporting tongue strap rated at 25, whereas number 5 Akasi was the one who ran second on this occasion in race number 24. After that, fifth in his previous run behind Infinite Spirit is Akasi. Phoenix Star out of Tigris Nar, sporting tongue strap cross nose band hanging bit rated at 12. Well, 2 will be Blues Ballad. Blues Ballad ran 7th. Agera was the winner of this race. Angling for his run in between runners was closely packed, in fact. And Blues Ballad, once asked for an acceleration, fell back gradually to end up finishing on 7th out of 9 runners. BN Agera, having run 6th BN Art Gallery on the previous occasion, is Blues Ballad. Planetaire out of Karma, sporting cross nose band rated at 21. And number 3 will be Chirag. Chirag was the one who ran 8th. Eco-Friendly was the winner. Yet another runner which was nicely positioned and now being switched out on the outside. In fact, as Chirag is at a be safe at a Songlak is number 3 Chirag, who's had a couple of outings. Just one run where in race number 120 he finished on third behind Clumped. But the other runners, other runs, in fact, if you have a look at, hasn't featured in the money is Chirag's for Tungsta Crosses band rated at 18. 4 will be Recreator. Nicely positioned was Recreator and then fell back to finish on third on this outing is Recreator. Western Alaska suggested is number 4 Recreator, who's had one outing this summer. Race number 2 is the one which is in question, and Slingshot is the winner. Finished on third on this outing is Recreator, a close third in fact. 6 will be Air Blast, who finished 7th, and number 7 also coming up will be Megan. Megan was the one who ran, ending up 8th out of 11 runners. After doing all the running, fell back gradually till the 300 meters and fell back gradually to end up finishing on 8th out of 11 runners. Infinite Spirit was the one who challenged up strongly on the outside. Although being produced the widest of all, came and emerged victorious was Infinite Spirit, but Megan ended up finishing on 8th out of 11 runners after doing all the running. Air Blast was the one who ran 7th out of 11 runners, sporting blinkers, tongue strap rated at 11. Megan rated at 11 as well. Number 8 will be Burning Arrow. Burning Arrow ran 5th. Brave Majesty was the winner. Well, this horse was in the mid-pack and ended up finishing on 5th out of 8 runners. Brave Majesty, the winner, having run 9th being Infinite Spirit in his previous occasion in race number 4. This run finished on 5th out of 8 runners, putting blinkers rated at 9 is number 8, Burning Arrow. On to the second race, which is the Malenahalli Plate. Horses rated 0 to 25. Distance run is 1100 meters. And we have a look at number 1, Springsteen, who ran 9th. In fact, is Springsteen. Indian Blues was a surprise package on that day, emerging victorious to win by good sizable margin was Indian Blues, whereas Springsteen was the one who ended up finishing on 9th out of 10 runners, just beat one home on this occasion. The Silks of Gold, Royal Blue Hoops, Royal Blue Sleeves, Gold Cap, finished on just beating one home on this occasion, having run 7th out of 10 runners on the previous run is Springsteen, rated at 25. And number 2 will be Tropical Mist, and number 6 Striking Eyes. These are the two runners. Tropical Mist was nicely positioned and then fell back to end up finishing on 9th out of 9 runners last on this occasion. Alongside was Striking Eyes, who was making a forward move and did come and finish on in the money. Third out of 9 runners is Striking Eyes. Super Sapphire was the winner of this race, and Tropical Mist ran in that last position, rated at 24. Striking Eyes is rated at 16. This is race number 3 of the current summer season. Number 3 will be Benzema. Well, Benzema is the one who was withdrawn in race number 44 in the Athabasca's win is Benzema. But previously, this is race number 4 of the current summer season run you're looking at, where Benzema was the one who slightly shifted out but ended up eventually finishing 11th out of 11 runners. And Infinite Spirits win is Benzema. Phoenix Star out of She's Heavy Lifting is number 3, Benzema, in the silks of dark green, white hoops and sleeves, hoop caps, one tungsten crossnose band rated at 23. Number 4 will be Estefania. Estefania was the one who ran second. Slingshot was the winner. Well, up there in front was Estefania in the silks of white with blue braces, white sleeves and quartered cap. Race number 2 is the one which is in question. Ran ending up close second. In fact, Slingshot was the one who charged in on the outside to come and beat Estefani on the last possible stride. Head was the verdict, rated at 19s from Tungster Crossnose Band. 5 will be Loving Pearl. Loving Pearl ran fourth. Smile of Beauty was the winner. Well, got that opening in between runners and did come and finish on fourth, having run third behind Step to Destiny, with third behind Apollo Light and fourth behind Smile of Beauty is Loving Pearl. Top class of Imam, rated at 18, is number 5, Loving Pearl. Well, 7 will be Master of Courage. Master of Courage ran 7th. Apollo Light was the winner of this race in the silks of red and blue stripe, blue sleeves, red and blue striped cap is number 7, Master of Courage. Dean Skittener of Ashka, who finished on 7th on this outing, hasn't shown any form at all in all his 4 outings in last winter, having run 8th behind Anna Dale, with 6th behind Isabel, 9th in his subsequent outing behind Robin Spirit, and 7th behind Apollo Light, rated at 15. 8 will be Superhero. Superhero ran 7th. Petzla was the winner of this race, and Superhero in the silks of grey, yellow sleeves and grey cap was the one who came and finished on, ending up 7th out of 11 runners. Petzla was the winner of this race, battled it out and emerged victorious to win by a shorted, in fact, is Petzla, and Superhero on that occasion ended up finishing on 7th, rated at 14. Staff is number 8. We move on to the third race, the youngsters plate distance run is 1400 meters. We have a look at the first runner coming up is Amazing Ruler. Amazing Ruler was the one in the silks of gold with Flyer-less, was leading the pack and emerged victorious, in fact, to win by 3.5 lengths, beating Felisa is number 1, Amazing Ruler. And this is the last winter runner, looking at having finished 5th in his previous outing, and in this run emerged victorious for that 7 furlong tips from Tungster Plate 42 will be Step to Destiny. Step to Destiny was the one in the colors of black, yellow spots, white sleeves. Is Step to Destiny was the one who was finishing on to end up 5th out of 10 runners. Is Step to Destiny being produced in the center of the track. Step to Destiny rated at 40s from blinkers, the winner being Born Dancer. 4 will be Crimson Flame. Crimson Flame was the eventual winner in this race. Race number 1 is the one which is in question, won by a margin of 1 3/4 of length, and ended up winning this race. Staved off the challenge put in by his put in a run, in fact, by the other runner, and Crimson Flame was the one who ended up winning this race by a margin of 1 3/4 lengths. From Tungster rated at 37 is number 3, Crimson Flame. The Grey Geranium comes next, who finished on 7th is Grey Geranium, who's had a couple of outings last winter and none of his runs seems to be impressive. So too this run here in summer, finished on 7th out of 9 runners in race number 8 is the Grey Geranium. Win legend out of Geranium, sporting blinkers, Tungster basket with crossnose band, rated at 36. We have a look at number 5, Magical Bay. Magical Bay ran 3rd. Jersey King was the winner of this race. Travelled almost in the center of the track and veering out even more wider, in fact, as Magical Bay, and did finish on 3rd out of 8 runners. Jersey King was the winner. Phoenix Star out of Lily Farfoots is number 5, Magical Bay, having won a race in last winter and subsequently ran 7th to be an excellent class. In this occasion, 3rd being Jersey King, rated at 35 from Tungster crossnose band. Southern Aristocrat comes the next, who ran 8th. Anna Dale was the winner of this race, been produced on the wide outside of Southern Aristocrat in the silks of light green, yellow star, yellow sleeves with light green cap is Southern Aristocrat, who finished on 8th on this outing, having finished 8th being Never Given, and 8th on this outing behind Anna Dale. Western Aristocrat of Venus Rising is number 6, Southern Aristocrat, rated at 35. 7 will be the Golden Dream. The Golden Dream ran 4th. Clever Hans was the winner of this race, and the Golden Dream was the one who ran 3rd in race number 79 behind Classic Charm, and 4th behind Clever Hans. Subsequently was withdrawn, and in Mysore as well was withdrawn. And this is race number 94 you're looking at, where Clever Hans was the winner, rated at 35 from blinkers crossnose band. And we have a look at number 9, that's Super Bold. Well, Super Bold was the one who ran 11th on the starting. Hasn't shown any form at all in his 3 outings. 2 in winter and 1 here in summer. In race number 16, finished 11th out of 11 runners. Bourbonaire was the winner of this race, and Super Bold is rated at 27. 10 will be Avicenna. Avicenna ran 4th. Super Sapphire was the winner of this race. Is out of Ampere, out of Cogito Ergo Sum is number 10, Avicenna, who finished third in race number 154 last winter, but on this occasion ran fourth out of 8 runners. Super Sapphire was the winner of this race, rated at 23 from Tuxter Crossnose Band. And number 11 will be Double Scotch, and number 12 Empress Bella, the next two runners. Well, let's have a look at Double Scotch's credential. We'll start it off as Chennai season with the third behind Multiverse, and thereafter ran third again behind Eaton Square, and in this occasion ran 7th out of 8 runners. Brave Majesty was the winner, rated at 23 Swan Blinkers Tongue Strap. Empress Bella on the other hand ran 6th, having run 10th behind Smile of Beauty, ran 6th out of 8 runners behind Brave Majesty, rated at 22 Swan Blinkers Tongue Strap. Is number 12 Empress Bella. One lucky day out of Psycho is number 10 Empress Bella. Number 13 will be Mystical Air. Mystical Air is the one in the silks of royal blue with red sash, red sleeves and cap. Finished on 8th on the starting. Both occasions ran 8th. Race number 17 finished on 8th being Stravinsky, and 8th out of 11 runners being Saigon. In race number 61 is Mystical Air. New approach of Nawazis for Tongue Strap, rated at 22.
So basically he's a horse that stays, he needs more ground. Unfortunately there's no form to go by. In the Governors Cup he jumped out slow, so we had to give him a mock race last week. Being a compressed short season, there was this mile race, so we thought we'll run him here. Horse to beat is Storm Shadow. His form is the best in the race in my opinion. An Amazing Stride who's run well, so little difficult for Mescalito to win this race.
He was down with fever and now he's back. And he's a good horse. I think maybe he needs his outing.
Well, he is all right. He's working fairly okay. But I feel mile is little too much. I wanted to run him in 7, but unfortunately that race got void and he was accepted in mile. I feel mile is pretty tough for him.
Well, it was a fairly good run. It was not an education run. Horseman was flat out. And from then on, he's definitely improved. I got to see how he's going to take the mile race. Storm Shadow has been quite impressive last time out, except for that, he got interfered slightly. But I think now the Crossnose Band, I think, is far better.
He's been working well. He's a nice horse. He's very genuine. He's a little thick-set horse. This kind of going may be a little bit unsavory for him, but he's a very genuine horse, and if he gets the right pace, I think he'll run a hell of a race.
Yeah, well, Westlake ran a very nice race in the winter season. When I bought him for the summer season, he behaved very badly at saddling and went on to behave badly at the gates. I gave him a mock race. He's still very unsettled at saddling and in the paddock. I hope he behaves himself this week. If he does, he will run a good race.
On to the fourth race coming up, the Justice P. Medapa Memorial Cup for maiden horses 3 years old only. Distance run is 1600 meters. One will be Amazing Stride, and number 8 Victor Hugo are the two runners. Rancolino was the winner of this race. Victor Hugo was the one who ran third out of 7 runners in race number 10 over the trip of 1400 meters, where Rancolino was the one who came and emerged victorious in race number 10. Race for Crossnose Band. Amazing Stride finished on second on this outing is Amazing Stride in the silks of gold with royal blue sash. Came and finished on second. Did the running for most part of the journey and ended up finishing on second behind Rancolino, having run 11th behind Lockheed in the previous occasion is Amazing Stride. 2 will be Mescalito. Mescalito ran 4th. Pericles was the winner of this race as at 3 outings. 1 run finished on 4th behind Pericles, but previous 2 runs finished 6th behind Rico and 5th behind Golden Legend is number 2 Mescalito. Win Legend Adoring Base is number 2 Mescalito. 4 will be Pursuit of Wealth. Pursuit of Wealth ran 6th on this occasion is Pursuit of Wealth. Smuggler's Code of Choice House is Pursuit of Wealth. Race number 133 finished 10th behind Lockheed in the last winter run. And in this occasion ended up finishing on 6th out of 9 runners in race number 160 over that 7 furlong trip is Pursuit of Wealth for Crossnose Band. Well, we move on to the next runner. That's number 5, Rockbank. Rockbank ran third. Mandarino was the winner of this race. Race number 27 is the one which is in question. And Verrazano also coming up for scrutiny. Number 7 in the card, who ran fourth on this outing, is Verrazano. Mandarino was the one who was waiting to launch an assault, came alongside and took out the running and emerged victorious was Mandarino, with Rockbank finishing on third out of 7 runners in race number 27 of that mile trip. Roderick O'Connor out of Favourite Royal for tongue strap, whereas Verrazano was the one who ran fourth out of 7 runners. Ace aboard out of Estadima is number 7. Verrazano sporting tongue strap is number 7. And we have a look at number 6, Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow ran third. Mansa Musa was the winner. Nicely positioned, in fact. Number 9, Westlake, and number 10, Art of Romance are the next 2 runners. But Storm Shadow was the one who's had a couple of outings, having run second behind Masato and third behind Naughty Legend in Bangalore. Subsequently went out to Ooty and finished on fourth behind Bharat, with sixth behind Royal Defender in Udagamandalam, and thereafter ran third again here at Bangalore in Bangalore Sama. Behind Mansa Musa is Storm Shadow, sporting blinkers rate 33. Number 9 on the other hand is Westlake, who finished on 7th out of 9 runs for Tungsten Crosshouse Band. Art of Romance ran second on the first occasion by Exceed, with 8th being Redefined, and 5th on this occasion with Mansa Musa rated at 28. 11 will be Bowen. Bowen is the one who ended up finishing on 8th on this outing is Bowen, having finished 6th on the first occasion by an excellent last, and 4th in Tel Aviv. But this outing over that Sun Long trip ran ending up 6th out of 8 runners, where Amazing Rule was the winner of this race, and Bowen ended up finishing on 8th on that outing rated at 27.
He's maintained himself very well. He's worked well. I think he should run a very good race. A very open race because it's an age group race. One horse I could see some Indian Blues has been winning. And like first it won, ran second. Horses in form.
Yeah, Southern Force is a very consistent horse. He's a very genuine horse, and his last 10-12 outings he's always run on board. It's a small compressed season, so I have to make the most of it. He's running there wherever there's an age group race. I'm going for it, so I think he'll go well.
She was, in fact, the last run also was pretty decent. I mean, we ran her, because of the uncertainty of racing, we couldn't really plan with her. We just ran her, and she ran up to the 300-meter marker. She was well up there. Now she's worked well. She stands a decent chance. We hope to run a good race.
Well, we move on to the 5th race coming up. The Brigadier RCR Hill Memorial Cup distance run is 1200 meters. Handicap also rated 40-65. One will be Maple Leaf. Well, Maple Leaf was the one late 49er. Phoenix Star out of Semi, who ran ending up 8th out of 8 runners. Last in Zar's win is Maple Leaf, where Zar wrapped up that race clear of this field by 4.5 lengths, and Maple Leaf ended up in the ruck, finishing on last, in fact, sporting Hood Rubber Bit rated at 61. Two will be Macron. Macron was nicely positioned in second at this stage and finished on there itself, where Rapidus was the winner of that race. And Macron was the one who's been pretty consistent, having run second being Fondness of You, with third being Margro, fifth being Douglas, with fourth being Fondness of You, winner beating Kallu Sakare, and second being Rapidus. That's the form and credentials for Tungsten Crosshouse Band, rated at 55. And 3 will be Solo Prince. Solo Prince was the one who started off his campaign with the second being Anakin last winter, with fifth being Augusto. Thereafter ran 6th being Maple Leaf, 11th being Macron, 8th being Rapidus, and in this occasion 8th being Grizzly. That's the form and credential for Tungsten Crosshouse Band, rated at 52. Number 4 will be Indian Blues. Indian Blues was the one who ran second. Kallu Sakare was the winner of this race, and Indian Blues was the one having won a race last outing over the trip of 1200 meters. Was a surprise package, beating Spirit Dancer, in fact, on that occasion is Indian Blues. Thereafter ran second in his next outing, in fact, in race number 34 over that 7 furlong trip, and finished second behind Kallu Sakare. When Tungsten put Crossnose Band Basket Bit rated at 50. The Perfect Choice, who ran 7th, is the Perfect Choice, having run twice in last winter and once withdrawn, in fact. out of 3 outings, and in this occasion, race number 5 finished on 7th on this outing is the perfect choice. Chinese Whisper out of Choice House is number 5, the perfect choice, putting blinkers tongue strap, rated at 47. And we have a look at number 6, Southern Force, and number 8, Ultimate Striker. These are the 2 runners, but Southern Force was the one who ran second, having run third behind English Bay on the previous run. Ended up finishing on second out of 8 runners in Athabasca's win is Southern Force. Came in far too late, in fact, to end up finishing on in the money. Tungsta Crossnose band rated at 46, whereas Ultimate Striker was the one in race number 44, finished on 8th behind Osiris, and in this occasion ran 4th out of 8 runners behind the Athabasca, rated at 41. Green Coast out of McDomical is Ultimate Striker. Millbrook is the next runner. Millbrook was the one who has had a couple of outings, barring that last 2 outings where Millbrook finished on in the money, finished 3rd behind Ahern and 4th on this occasion behind Armstrong. This run, Millbrook finished on 8th out of 11 runners. Galahad was the winner, rated at 44 for Tungsta Crossnose band is Millbrook.
Yeah, Balmoral, again very well bred filly, again a filly that needs ground. She's run well. We were unlucky to lose that race. We lost it to a very good horse. Like I said, the standout filly in the race is Excellent Lass. That's the horse to beat, so we are taking our chances. Delavis is a nice filly. She's won her start over a 7. She was unlucky to lose the lead up here in Bangalore this season. Mile, I think she'll get the mile, but the breeding suggests that mile would be a little out of a compass. I hope the breeder is wrong and we are right.
She's well. I think she was too wound up for her last start, and because of the stop-start training that we had because of the delay. But I think after that she's come on, she's calmed down very much. She's been training beautifully after that. The only hitch is that I don't think she's very fond of a wet track, which we are going to probably have again, and otherwise she's all well, and she should again, I think she will run a big race.
She's always surprised me. She's a smallish filly, very, very genuine. Every time she runs, she's always surprised me. The longer distance will definitely suit her. She's come on from her last race. She was a trifle bit gross, and I think she should go well.
It's good. We are given final entry for that. Let's hope she will do better. We are hope that every owner and every trainer wants to win a classics.
Well, the 6th race will be the first classic coming up, the Fillies Championship Stakes Grade 3, and this is a race for 3-year-old horses. And we have a look at the first runner coming up in race number 6 will be number 1, that's Balmoral, and number 4, Magnetic. These are the 2 runners we have a look at, but let's start off with the first runner. Balmoral was the one in the silks of claret with gold epaulets, well fought out the issue and ultimately ended up finishing on second behind Mansa Musa as Balmoral sporting tongue strap, whereas Magnetic was the one who was up there in front and ended up finishing on fourth on this outing as Magnetic's for tongue strap rate 32. Delavis is the next runner who ran second, took over the running for a brief while and got beat in fact by a horse which was traveling much more better in fact and ended up winning that race, whereas Delavis ended up finishing on second. Winner in his last outing beating Magnetic is Delavis for Tungsta Crossnose band rate 42. Excellent Lass comes the next, who ran third. African Gold was the winner of this race, and Excellent Lass was the one who after traveling wide came and shifted on inside in the last 200 meters to end up finishing on third on the sorting. Back-to-back wins, and in this occasion, third out of 5 runners. African Gold, the winner, rated at 40 cents for tongue strap is number 3, Excellent Lass. Well, 5 will be Masaki. Masaki is at a Moonlight Magic at a Semper Idem is Masaki ran ending up as a winner beating True Punch by a margin of 1 3/4 of length is Masaki waiting to pounce on the front runner, and once he did so it was all over for Masaki. Winning race number 19 this current summer season beating True Punch is Masaki's for tongue strap rate 36. Well, 6 will be Nikes. Nikes is the one who ran fourth. Well, back-to-back thirds in last winter. Third being Jersey King and third being Lockheed. But this sorting finished on 4th out of 7 runners. Rankalina was the winner in race number 10. We have a look at his Nikes. Spun Tungster Crossnose band rated 27. Scarlet Lady comes next, who finished 6th. The Naughty Legend was the winner, and Scarlet Lady is out of excellent order, a Black Magic woman who started off his campaign with a 5th behind Magical Bay in race number 31, and subsequently winner beating Helios. And in this occasion, 6th out of 7 runners, Naughty Legend was the winner of this race. Spun Tungster rated at 35 is number 7, Scarlet Lady. Cesarino is the next runner, having won 2 wins in Chennai and 1 second behind Persian Rock in race number 150 in Chennai is Cesarino, but once third in Bangalore behind Rico is number 8 Cesarino. Later more.
Prana, I think, is a horse everyone has to beat, I feel.
Ravishing had a lot of setbacks, as most people know, and we gave him a lot of time off, gave him a mock race to give him some confidence. He did really well in the mock race. I'm hoping to see the old Ravishing back. He should go very, very well, and hoping for the best.
Very impressive winner last time out. I thought he'll run well, but I didn't expect him to win the way he won. Gone up in class, competitive race. He's running with Prana and Aralina. He's giving way to Aralina. So I think that's the main 2 horses in the race.
He definitely needed that run. I mean, he was castrated. Like after he came back from Delhi, he was castrated. Then he had a minor setback. Now he's bounced back. He had a good outing. Now I think he'll do very well.
Yeah, he has shown his form. He's done well. He's won well. He's now meeting with some very good horses in that race. He's definitely well within himself.
She's a good filly. She's got a lot of heart. Very small, but she runs with a heart. I'm hoping for her to run a good race. If the luck of the race goes her way, she can win.
The 7th race will be the Stewards Cup. This is a race for handicap horse rated 60 to 85. Distance run is 1400 meters. We have a look at the first runner will be Philosophy. Speaking of which, at a manifold is number 1, Philosophy. Well, this horse was in that back bunch, in fact, and given a couple of reminders over the 1200 meter trip, ran 6th out of 8 runners. Zar was the winner, who convincingly won by a margin of 4.5 lengths, and Philosophy, on the other hand, ran 6th out of 8 runners. 6th right throughout, from Tungster rated at 79. 2 will be Prana. Prana was the one who ran 7. Supernatural was the winner of this race. Nicely positioned, in fact, in that mid-pack, and once asked for an acceleration, ran out of steam, in fact, and ran 7th out of 10 runners, where Supernatural came and ended up winning this race by a margin of 3/4 of a length, and Prana was fading out, in fact, to end up finishing on 7th. Spun Tungster Crossnose band rated at 77. And 3 will be Ravishing Form. Speaking of which, Adela is number 3, Ravishing Form, who ran 8th on the sorting. Vivaldo was the winner of this race. Well, in that mid-pack, in that 5th position is Ravishing Form, and ended up eventually finishing on 8th out of 12 runners is Ravishing Form. Speaking of which, Adela, and previously ran 3rd behind De Villiers is in race number 28 is number 3, Ravishing Form. This is the last winter run you're looking at of Ravishing Forms. From Tungster Crossnose band basket bit rated at 77. 4 will be Galahad. Galahad is out of Sir Cecil out of Vadaroos is number 4, Galahad, who's had a couple of outings, in fact, and twice winner in last winter, and once 3rd is Galahad. Sir Cecil out of Vadaroos in this occasion ended up winning this race by a margin of 3 1/4 lengths, beating Jade is Galahad from Tungster rate 75. And 5 will be English Bay. Well, English Bay was the one who was a surprise package on that day and ended up winning that race, beating Ahern by a margin of 1 1/4 length, in fact, is English Bay. Lord Admiral of Blue Marine, well, hasn't shown anything much in his last 4 outings, but this run came and emerged victorious, rated at 73. 6 will be Vivaldo and number 9, Aralina. These are the 2 runners. Vivaldo was the one who won a race in race number 108 in the 2000 Guineas. Vivaldo beating Perfect Blaze in Delhi, in fact, and subsequently ran 4th, and in this occasion ran 4th out of 10 runners behind Sanders Summers from Tungster Crossnose band basketball, rate 71. Well, 7 will be Fondness of Number 7 will be Fondness of You. Fondness of You ran 7th. Tripitaka was the winner of this race. Well, nicely positioned. In fact, was angling for a run in between runners and looked like at one point would go through that opening, in fact, but ended up eventually finishing on 7th, having won his last outing in race number 72, beating Zar, and then subsequently never reproduced that form in race number 109. Spun Tungster rated at 68. And 8 will be Grizzly. Grizzly was the one who was the eventual winner. Back-to-back wins, in fact, for Grizzly, having won a race in race number 9 beating Super Marvella by a margin of 3¼ lengths over that 7 furlong trip, and subsequently in a higher class, winner beating Blue God over the same trip in a higher class is Grizzly, top class out of Diamondite, rated at 64.
Everyone has to beat Santissimo. As you said, that African Gold's done everything right, but he's only had 2 runs. Santissimo's had 4 runs, 4 wins. So everyone has to take on Santissimo. And as far as African is concerned, he's still a little immature. So I'm a little worried about that. But apart from that, it's Santissimo. He's a multi-dimensional. He had soft going last time out also. It had rained. Didn't seem to bother him much. So I don't think it should bother him now.
My horse on his first outing, a 7 furlong race, he has won well, I think, because he was moving well towards the end, and that will count for the mile race. I think he is an out-and-out stayer by the way he ran, and I think I am the best stayer in that race. So I feel I have got a great chance to win that race.
Well, it's a smallish field. Obviously, the top 2 horses there are Santissimo and African Gold. We all have to beat them. My horse was very inexperienced in his last start. That was his first start. I think from where he was, he didn't know what to do in the race. You know, he was lost for the first 3 furlongs, and then when he picked up, he did really well. We all know that he's got ability. Looks like he's more of a staying type of a horse. He'll definitely appreciate the mile this time, but little short of race experience. But definitely he's also, I think he will also run a hell of a race.
Well, I mean, that was the 6 furlong. I just wanted to give him an outing. So I gave him an outing 6 furlong. Like, he won very impressively, and he's worked brilliantly after that. But all have to beat Santissimo and African Gold.
Mandarino did a very nice race. In fact, the timing of that race was very impressive compared to Elfin Knight, and he's come on a lot from that race. I think he'll run a good race. It's a tough race. We have African Gold, who's done nothing wrong. Santissimo is brilliant. So it's going to be a very, very fast, very good race. Mandarino will have to show his class, how good he is in this race.
Mansa Musa is really enjoying the weather in Bangalore, and he's matured, and he's a stronger horse than when I came here. And I think he'll run a good race. He's really looking well, he's feeling well, so fingers crossed. Yeah, Touchwood, he's a really nice horse, very honest, and he's very game. He's a big, strong horse. My worry would be the underfoot conditions for a horse of his size and weight, because horses that are lighter and, you know, will obviously find it easier to gallop on this track. But he's a very honest horse, and as you said, he's done everything right up to now, and he's a horse with a lot of ability. So we just ride a straightforward race and see how it goes.
We move on to the next race, which is the 8th race coming up, which is the Colts Championship Stakes, the second classic of the season. And number 1 will be African Gold. The eventual winner in this race, literally pulverized the opposition, is African Gold in a pillar-to-post victory. Winner in his last outing in last winter, beating Jersey King, and repeated that winning form here at Bangalore in race number 22, Bangalore Summer, and won by a margin of 7 3/4 length, beating Masato's following basket bid crossnose band rate 58. Castile was the winner. Well, this horse had to really dig deep, in fact, and pull out all reserves to come and emerge victorious to win by a margin of half length, beating the leader is Castile. Sanas Parakumat of Castle Queen, and that 7 furlong trip really had to work out. Sporting Tongue Stamp rated at 39. And 3 will be Flight On. Flight On was the eventual winner in this race. Winner in race number 21, in fact, beating Alcibiad is number 3. Flight On is out of Roderick O'Connor out of Angels Touches. Number 3, Flight On, won very convincingly in race number 21. And the margin of victory is 12 3/4 length. Little over a distance, in fact, is Flight On. Spun Tungster Crossnose Band rubber debut rated at 46. And 4 will be Mandarino. Mandarino was the one who passed the front runner and emerged victorious to win by 3 1/4 length, beating Monterino is number 4, Mandarino, by a margin of 3 1/4 lengths. Moonlight Magic out of Mandara is number 4, Mandarinas, from Tungster Crossnose band rate 45 will be Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is out of Cougar Mountain out of Lasser is number 5, Mansa Musa. Is at 3 outings in fact, having run twice in Mumbai, 4th behind Gambino and 2nd in his next outing behind Thalassa, but in this occasion came into that winning form, beating Balmoral by a margin of a neck, in fact, as Mansa Musa is rated at 38 from tongue stab. Number 6 will be Santissimo. Well, Santissimo was our eventual winner in this race and won by a margin of 1 1/4 length, beating Aralina is Santissimo. Gustod of Beldenhill having won on the trot 4 races, in fact, is Santissimo. 3 in Mumbai and 1 here at Bangalore.
Tatmos, he's a compact horse, bred to sprint. But he's still a little immature. I hope I'm wrong. Let's hope he runs well.
Ananya, she had a setback and she's running for the first time. I hope she runs a good race.
Day's Date is a very highly strung filly, and she puts too much of effort in the paddock while saddling, going to the gate, getting into the gate. So she's getting better as she's maturing. And she's drawn on the outside, and she puts a lot of effort in the early part of the race. So the jockey, if he saves her a little bit, she'll run a good race, she'll be in the money.
Well, she is a beautifully bred filly and she's been training really well. We wanted to run the 7 furlong maidens. Unfortunately, that went wide. We had no choice but to run the 5.5 then, because we have to put in a start somewhere. It's a biggish field. For 1100 meters in Bangalore, you are not in a good position. It becomes really difficult. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. Of course, it's going to be her first run. Things are going to be new to her. Hopefully, she will pull through this one in a manner that we think that she should.
Well, my youngster, she's running for the first time and she's saying a big field. Hope she runs a good race.
Brig is another horse, same race it's running, but very badly drawn. I'm worried about the draw. This first run was a decent run. I hope she runs a good race.
We on to the 9th race, which is the Marilingaiah Memorial Cup. Former chairman of the Bangalore Turf Club for maiden horses 3 years old only. We have a look at the first runner coming up. Will be number 1, Defence Council. Defence Council is the one who ran 4th on the sorting, 4th out of 9 runners in race number 160. This is over that 7 furlong trip, and Defence Council in the silks of brown with grey belt, brown sleeves with grey armband ended up in that 4th position. Ultimately is number 1. And number 3 will be Gizmo. Gizmo is the one who ran ending up 6th on the sorting as Gizmo. Flight On. We have seen this footage earlier. Literally pulverized the opposition, and look at the ease at which Flight On won. 12 and 3/4 of a length was the margin of victory, whereas this horse, number 3, Gizmo, ran 9th on the first outing by Naughty Legend with 5th PN Masato and 4th PN Inspire. Ended up 6th on the sorting is number 3. It's tongue stop rated at 30. 4 will be Helios. Helios is the next runner coming up for scrutiny, who ran 6th. Bourbon Air is the winner of this race, and Helios was nicely positioned in 2nd and fell back gradually to end up finishing on 6th out of Land Runners. Did the running, in fact, for most part of the journey. Is Helios is a dream fielder, a concept win. Finished 6th on the sorting, having run 4th in Chennai. Is Helios, and then race number 16 finished on 6th out of 11 runners for tongue stop rate 31. 5 will be Stradnorio. Stradnorio is the one who ended up finishing on 10th on the sorting as the Derby run you're looking at. Has been pretty consistent in his previous 3 outings, having run 2nd behind All Stars, and thereafter ran 4th behind Royal Defender and 2nd behind Emperor Vikram, and in this occasion ended up finishing on 10th in the OT Derby. In fact, finishing on last, in fact, is number 5 for tongue stop rated at 33. Well, we move on to the next runner coming up. Will be number 8, Day's Date. Our key champion out of Surya Lakshmi is number 8, Day's Date. Day's Date ran 4th. Finlay was the winner of this race. Nicely positioned, in fact, as Day's Date, and ended up eventually finishing on 4th out of 11 runners. Did the running, in fact, for most part of the journey and dropped back gradually is Day's Date. Finlay was the one who won comfortably, in fact, by 4.5 lengths. Spun tongue stop side cheek piece rated at 27. Well, 10 will be Havaska. Havaska ran 7th. Planet out of My Pension in the silks of royal blue white cap is number 10 Havaska. Well, this horse, race number 1, finished on 7th out of 7 runners. Ended up last, in fact, on that outing is Havaska in race number 1 of this current summer season run, where Crimson Flame was the winner from Tungsta Crossnose Band. And we have a look at number 13, Martino. Martino was the one who led the field and finished on third. Inspire was the winner of this race, leading the field, and then gradually dropped back to finish on third. In the money was Martino in race number 137 last winter is Martino. Surf rider out of Serenita is number 13. Martino, and this is race number 137 at the last winter run. Inspire the winner, and 14 will be Mriga. Mriga was the one is out of Phoenix Star out of Leonessa is number 14. Mriga ended up finishing on 5th out of 7 runners is Mriga. Given a couple of reminders or so, and Mriga was the one who finished on ending up 5th on the sorting. Spotting Hood is number 14. Mriga. The last race coming up, the Richelieu Plate. Horses rated 20 to 45, 5 years old and over. We have a look at number 1, Breeze Bluster. Breeze Bluster is out of Ace board at a Quiet Storm is number 1, Breeze Bluster. Race number 8 of the current summer season run you're looking at, having won a race in race number 140 last season. And in this run, ending up 9th out of 9 runners. Last in this outing is number 1, Breeze Bluster. Is rated at 45. One Blinkers Crossnose Band is number 1, Breeze Bluster. 2 will be General Pattern. Well, General Pattern ran third on the sorting. Osiris was the winner. Pretty unlucky, in fact, having run third out of 9 runners behind Osiris. His General Pattern was in that fighting line for most part of the journey, still having that advantage, and then ultimately he finished on third on the sorting. Is General Pattern, rated at 42. From Tungsta Crossnose Band is number 2, General Pattern. And we have a look at number 3, Lotte Brunnen. Lotte Brunnen ran third. The Athabasca was the winner of this race and ended up finishing on third out of 8 runners. Ultimately, is Lotte Brunnen, having run second behind the Athabasca on the previous run, finished third out of 8 runners. The Athabasca was the winner. Sedgefield out of Fort Knox, Putting Side Chickpeas, rated at 39, is number 3, Lotte Brunnen. 4 will be Altamont. Altamont ran 6th. Zuri was the winner of this race, and Altamont was a winner in race number 87 last winter, having finished 4th behind Sophia, with 6th behind Ahan, 7th behind Lex Luthor, 6th behind Osiris, and 6th again behind Zuri on this occasion is Altamont. Night Store out of Lady Dust, Putting Side Chickpeas, rated at 36. Dawn Rising and number 8, Embosom. These are the 2 runners we have a look at. But let's start off with the first runner coming up will be Dawn Rising. Dawn Rising was a winner in his last outing in last winter in race number 166, beating Akasi by a margin of 3 3/4 lengths. And subsequently here at summer, race number 11 finished on 8th on this outing, 8th out of 9 runners, 8th right throughout. Ultimately is Dawn Rising. Oh, that same trip and over the same class, in fact, is Dawn Rising, and over the distance of 1200 meters from Tungsta Side Chickpeas, rate 29. Emboson was the one who ran 5th out of 9 runners from Blinkers Crossnose Band, rated at 24. Speaking of which, at the Secret Garden, 6 will be Debonair, the eventual winner in this race. Yet another runner who made every poster winning one was Debonair. Corporate Jungle out of Repik, won by a margin of 2.5 length over that 1200 meter trip is Debonair. Well, just shown the stick, in fact, and ended up eventually drawing away from the field to win by a margin of 2.5 lengths, rated at 26. And the last runner for the day will be number 7, Slingshot. Slingshot was the eventual winner in this race. Came and charged in on the outset, covered enormous ground to come and nail down Estefania by a margin of a head, in fact. And look at the run put in by Slingshot to come and garner support and eventually win the race by ahead, in fact, Spawning Crossnose Band, rated at 25. So that's why in the preview of today's races. We'll join you next week. Until then, thank you from all of us.